Sup guys, this is Rob Konsu. For those of you not familiar with my handsome, charming, sexy mug. Anyways, I'm here for an ultra rare video blog. Yes, I have been wanting to demo this tech that I've been working on for the better part of the last 6 months, if not the last year. I know I haven't really produced anything for at least 3 months, if not longer than that. And I've been hard at work at getting a solution to mix and broadcast and record as well HD content at events, really pick up my gear and go anywhere in the world and broadcast really at a quality that nobody else has done before. That is my ultimate goal for what I do for you guys. And I do believe that I have accomplished what I've set out to do. Maybe a little bit more in some areas, maybe a little bit less, but I'm pretty happy with what I've been playing around here for the last week and a half. And again, I just wanted to cut a demo and get something out for you guys as soon as possible to sort of whet your appetite for what I've got coming up. Before I forget, I want to lay out major thanks to DJ Wheat and the Gun Run. Basically, what I'm toying around with here right now is the sum of all of our knowledge put together and assembled right here in my living room. So, before I ramble some more, let's go to some good stuff, especially since I'm in Super Street Fighter 4 right now, just going through the random replays there. And as we page down, here is the game feed. It's pretty much at the same exact quality of what I was doing last year, but of course I couldn't mix around any kind of video or play around with it. It was just the raw game feed. The quality that I'm recording it at, I must admit, is slightly marginally less than what I was doing last year, but with everything else that I can do, I'm pretty satisfied. Hopefully I can get it up to the same exact truly uncompressed quality that I was playing around with last year. But if you guys compare it to the post-production that you get out of YouTube, you're not going to see any kind of difference. As well as with the toys that I'm playing around with right now, it's actually going to give me some headroom on getting multi-channel audio in this. Even though YouTube and whatnot doesn't use multi-channel audio, I do actually plan on getting some torrents up for you guys sometime soon. It all depends on how everything else goes and how much time I have to actually move some files around on some disks, free up some space in order to get those torrents out. Again, that's something else that I've been wanting to do for really the past year and a half. Just, don't really have time. Hopefully soon, though. So not only do I have both of these feeds, which are both in 720p, that I can fade back and forth in between the two. I also have this nice area cam here, looking over my extravagant, luxurious living room with the PlayStation 3 feed on the projector. But this cam isn't in HD, obviously. It is being upscaled all live. So really, I can pump in a lot more cams into this and get a lot more perspectives and angles without having to spend not only the money, which is quite a resource, but an even more scarce resource is processing resources. So we can add several cams into this mix. I just don't have them in there yet. But it shouldn't be, knock on wood here, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to add some more SD cams in here. Not only as I have some frame jitters there, which I hate. I'm trying to narrow down exactly why that happens and get that out of there. But luckily, it hasn't happened on the game feed yet. Last year, we had some frame problems at Devastation that had to do with disk write speeds. That's not going to be a problem. What just happened right there is the one major issue that I want to hammer out. But anyways, before I get any more distracted, going over, we can also just bring up the game feed right there with a border around it. I just actually hammered out this border like 10 minutes ago. So It still needs a little bit more work to be done, but you know, we have that border there to sort of fade it in nice so we don't have any kind of hard edges. And with that, we can also pull up really any number of cams that we want, and like we can even drag them around screen if we should so want to live. Don't really know the exact purpose of that, but hey, if we can do it, we can resize them, we can do all kinds of stuff. So not only do we have the main caster cam with the video, we can also put the main video with the caster cam here down in the middle. Again, I have another similar Super Street Fighter 4 ink blot border going around that to blend in well with the theme of the game. And of course, not only can we put the caster cam down there, we can also put the player cam. But what I have been working on for the players is over here in this module. We've got both my caster cam here, as well as the area cam. Ideally, these would be two separate cams, two more SD cams to put up there. And hopefully, it won't cost too much to get that done. And again, before I ramble on too much longer, we can put these around the player life bars, put some borders on them, make them all flashy and fancy, and really up the quality even so much more than what it was for last year's LAN event. And a couple other things that I was playing around with here on the area cam was I just threw the game feed up there over the washed out projector, just having a little fun. And then right here I pretty much mirrored module 6 and put the caster cam there, just, you know, toying around with what I can do and with the cams. Really nothing too awe-inspiring, but you know, just testing some things out. And speaking of testing some things out, here in Cleveland, where I reside, we're actually having weekly Street Fighter matches now. I've been broadcasting them live online on my Justin TV channel. You can get to it at jtv.i208.net. We're calling it the Cleveland West Side Market Shankdown because apparently you can get shanked in probably the most hippie, trendy area of Cleveland. I don't know. But hey, we're hardcore like that. So the West Side Market Shankdown used to be on Fridays. It's now going to be on Thursdays. Start streaming at around 7 o'clock. And I haven't really had any HD footage out from that. I've been dealing with some frame rate issues and some frame jitters and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that the way that I have the game feed coming in, that I won't have any kind of frame jitters with that. But again, I'm really field testing it out there in Cleveland, really packing up all of my gear every week, taking it out there, setting it up, getting everything as optimized as much as possible and as solid as much as possible, because I definitely do not want any kind of frame droppage or jitters or anything that happened last year at Devastation. Luckily, I was able to fix that problem before the finals, and really, again, get the very, very best quality that anybody has ever seen out of the esports community. That is my ultimate goal here. Again, that's going to be every Thursday. Hopefully HD videos going forward in the future. I actually wanted to do it last week, but an odd thing happened. I started winning. I don't know. And I didn't want to stop winning. And people still wanted to play me, and the caster gear was on the other side of where I was at. Manny, who hosts it, actually came up with a very novel use for a workout bench, and it's the perfect joystick / of course keyboard what I use. I'm a freak like that, and it was really nice and comfortable, and I was winning, and I didn't want to give it up, so I didn't record anything. As well as I made some adjustments that night after I got back to really ratchet it down so much. I'm not sure if I would have used any of the footage with the way that I was recording things at that time. But anyways, next Thursday, I should have some actual real matches with some actual real commentary, not just me rambling on and telling you about how awesome I am and how huge my e-penis is and stuff like that you've probably even turned out or tuned out by now. For those of you still interested in me just talking bullshit, props to you. You fucking rock.